Do you ever find yourself wondering what God's plan is for your life? Well, I'm going to share with you 5 things that have helped me along the way. Good morning, amazing people. Good afternoon, good evening, good wherever you find yourself. I pray that it is good. Firstly, I just have to say that this is the 4th time that I have shot this video. So I've had to walk away, come back. First time it wasn't recording. Second time it was out of focus. Third time the tripod must have slipped and it just like cut my head off. Ugh. Anyway. If we haven't met before, my name is Jess Henley and I am so happy to meet you. I thank you for taking the time to watch my channel. I pray that you are inspired. I pray that you are uplifted and encouraged by watching my videos. Also, if you haven't, please subscribe to my channel, like, share, comment, all those things. It helps me a lot. It's really encouraging to me. Seeking God's plan for your life. Seeking God's plan for your life. For me, this has been such a journey and a struggle, and it's been a bit of a thorn in my side. Why? Well, I have never known what I wanted to do, and it's given me huge anxiety. Huge. I remember when I was in school and my friend, she knew what she wanted to do. She wanted to be a nurse. She knew exactly what grades she had to get. She knew exactly what school she wanted to go to, and I was so envious of her. I had no particular pull to a certain career or path or interest, and I didn't know Jesus when I was in school, so I had absolutely no idea, and I felt like I should know. I felt like a failure. So anyway, I went through and tried so many different jobs, like so many, crazy amount, and they just weren't for me. I just didn't feel it, and so I thought, right, and then I had a friend introduce me to dental assisting, and I thought, wow, this is something I could really sink my teeth into. And I didn't mind teeth. I didn't mind the medical. I thought it was actually really interesting, and I was passionate about it. And I thought, right, I'm going to become a hygienist, and then I'm going to become a dentist, and then I'm going to earn this much money, and it's going to be awesome, and I'll be financially secure and stable and everything for the rest of my life. Done. But of course, God intervened when I was 23. I was actually in uni studying oral hygiene. I was on the way, but we met, and he changed my life dramatically. I fell completely and madly in love with him, and he lovingly asked me to go to Bible college, which I did. And I got to Bible college and thought, right, now I have met God. I have met the creator of the earth. He is my heavenly Father. He is so amazing, and he is going to tell me exactly what I need to do. Well, it didn't work like that. So again, the anxiety kicked in, and what am I going to do? And do I want to work for the church? Do I want to be a pastor? How am I going to outwork my Christian stuff? And again, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't have a certain pull. Of course, there was lots of areas that interest me, but there wasn't something that I could really like, yeah, that's what I want to do. And so that is why seeking God's plan for my life has been such a, cause of anxiety to me, because it doesn't have a title, and it is completely different to anything that I could have ever imagined, but that is the beauty of God. So here are some tips that I would like to share with you on how to help you get on the path to finding what your purpose is, because some people do know what they want to do, seeds that have been put inside them since they were tiny, and some people go through life and they just don't know, but they stumble and they grow and they learn what their purpose is. Both are okay. Both are awesome. So first, Christianity is all about relationship, not religion, as many people would think that it is. No. To seek his plan for your life, you have to know who he is. Who is God to you? What is your relationship with him like? He is your heavenly Father who loves you so much, so much that I don't think we can get our heads around it this side of eternity. That is how much he loves us and wants to be in relationship with us. He wants you to walk with him, talk with him, pray with him, cry with him, share the innermost desires of your heart with him. When you're angry, let him in, confess to him, share absolutely everything with him. And to get to know him and his character, we read his word and we spend time in his word. If you don't intimately know God, you will struggle in knowing his plan for your life. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Seek his will in all you do and he will show you which path to take." So number 2 is you have to surrender your will to God, because sometimes our will doesn't necessarily align up with what he has for us. So an example of this, which is a random example, but it's an example, would be that when I was little, all I wanted to do was have a little girl. All I wanted was a daughter. And so don't get me wrong, don't take this out of context. I love my 4 boys. I have 4 strapping lads who are amazing and I wouldn't change it for the world. But this was a will of mine that I had to surrender to God, and it was a journey. I will admit it. It was a journey. I said, please God, let this baby be a girl, but not my will be done, your will be done, because ultimately his will be done. And yes, I had to grieve that I didn't have that girl. I had to, because I ain't having any more babies. That was a process that I had to work through, and I worked through it with God, and now I am okay. Do I understand why I didn't get that girl? No, but I'm sure that God has very good reason to why it didn't happen. Plus, I have 4 strapping lads. They could be giving me a multitude of granddaughters. We just don't know. We just don't know. So that is a random yet insightful example of surrendering your will to God. So number 3 is you have to obey what God has already said his will to be. So what do I mean by this? Well, many people want to know what God's plan is for their life. Yes, the Bible isn't clear about everything, but there are a lot of things that he is clear about. Obedience. It's all about obedience. You can't just be a jerk from Monday to Saturday and then come into church on Sunday and think, I'm so good, la la la. It doesn't work like that. Look at the book of Proverbs. It is full of wisdom nuggets on how we should live our life and how to become Christ-like and how God wills us to be with each other, and just check it out. Trust me, it's full of awesomeness. So if we can't even do the things that he has shown us, how can we expect that he would want to reveal further knowledge for our personal calling in life? Obedience is number 1. So number 4 is seeking godly input. I found a really interesting quote when I was searching online for my research for this video, and this quote stated that you are the average of the 5 people that you spend most of your time with. That's pretty insane if you think about it. And it also points out why it is so crucially important that we choose wisely the people that we spend most of our time with, because they are the people that are going to influence how we act in life, how we are, what we do, what we say. And a lot of people could say, oh no, that won't happen to me. The truth is, it will happen to you. If you hang around with a bunch of negative, cranky, pessimistic people, you're going to become what those people are. It's inevitable. You need people that are going to lift you up. You need people that are going to speak life into you, encourage you, speak into your dreams, keep you accountable. People who have a good, solid relationship with God and bear the fruit of that in their lives. Proverbs 11:14 says, "Without wise leadership, a nation falls. There is safety in having many advisors." Now, I'm not saying go around and just wear your heart on your sleeve and blab to everyone. No, just look at the people that you spend the most time with. Are they helping you? Are they encouraging you? Who are your mentors? These people are so crucial to your outcome in life. And number 5, my final yet very overlooked, I think, clue is pay attention to the way God has wired you. I think a lot of people go through life and they don't necessarily take a good long look at who they are, what makes them tick, their likes, their dislikes. Like, truly think about it. What are the things that you used to do as a little kid that you just loved? 1 Peter 4:10 says, God has given each of you gifts from his great variety of spiritual gifts. Use them well to serve one another. God has given you specific giftings that are uniquely yours, and they're not just for your joy and, you know, to have a good life for you to use, but they are for others. They are to serve others. God has created you to fulfill a very specific role in this world. There is no one in this world who can achieve completely what God has created you to achieve. What do you love to do? Write it down. Spend some time thinking about things that make you tick, things that tick you off. These are all clues and insights into who you are and what your calling may be. Psalm 37, 4-5 says, take delight in the Lord and he will give you the desires of your heart. Commit everything you do to the Lord, trust him, and he will help you. God doesn't create you for a life of eat, sleep, work, repeat, eat, sleep, work, repeat. No, he's put these specific desires and dreams and giftings in your heart to fulfill a purpose. So it's important that we take the time to really get to know who we are and how we can best outwork them in our life. So there you have it. There are my 5 tips on getting to know your purpose and calling. And again, I still have no idea. I have no idea what God has in store for my future. And it's taken me a long time to be okay with that, to just wake up each day and say, you know what? Today is yours, God. You do with me what you will. Bring to me the people you want me to speak to, and, you know, we'll just go from there. And that's not to say that I've just sat back and not tried anything, because that doesn't work either. We have to work and we have to try and error. Like I said, I've had so many jobs, and, you know, a lot of them, which then some people have said, oh, you just try things and then you quit. Yeah, well, at least I'm trying. You know, how are we going to find our purpose if we don't try? If we don't know who God is and if we don't seek him? How are we going to find our purpose if we don't try? Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. I pray you have been encouraged. Get out there and on fire for God, because he is so good. Don't forget to subscribe. Catch up with me in the comments or social media or whatever. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll catch you on the flip side.